Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a top 10 LEGO video. Today we're going to be going through my top 10 favorite Christmas LEGO sets. They could range from anywhere from advent calendars to minifigure series, promos, Winter Village sets, and some employee gifts as well, which we'll touch on as we go through. So technically some of these have never officially released to the public, but I still want to talk about a few of them because I think they're really great. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started with spot number 10. It's one of those, and this is the 2018 LEGO Employee Christmas Gift. And this was the year that they were celebrating the 40-year anniversary of the minifigure. And I don't have this set, but I really love it. The reason it's so low here is because of the reindeer build. I'm not a fan of them using those parts. I don't really know what else they could use. It just, I see those parts and I think of spiders and bones, and it just looks creepy on that build. But they've sort of Lego-wized a horse also, I guess. It just doesn't scream reindeer to me. The rest I love. It is a Lego-wized version of Santa's sleigh. Like, some of the parts being used here are just so smart. I am a huge sucker for giant man figures. This is actually the only one I don't have that LEGO's released across the board. I love the design for Santa there. I think it looks really fun. In his sleigh is actually a bunch of presents, and inside the present there's actually a few classic minifigures included. Really fun set. Just the reindeer is a bit meh. In spot 9, we have set number 40426. This is the Christmas Wreath 2-in-1, and I think this is a fantastic set. I love the concept of this. You could of course, build it two different ways. You can have it on a table displaying candles. You can also count down, I guess, Advent, which is great. As well, you can hang the wreath, and I just love the concept of hanging a Lego wreath. From far away, it looks real. I love the bow build, just how decorative it is. The only thing is, when it falls, oh boy, does it make a really big mess. It's not the strongest in terms of its connection points and everything, but I love the design and the look of it. I think it looks fantastic. Spot number 8, we have our first Winter Village set, which is set number 10263. This is the Winter Village Fire Station. Growing up, my family and I collected a few different Winter Villages over the years. We didn't really add to it so much as we would just put it up every year. And this to me just screams Winter Village. I really love the design of this building. It screams vintage to me. Like, I look at just the windows there, the pillars, the giant doors, and all of those fancy pieces there on the side, and just the trim on the top of the building. It just screams Winter Village to me. And the fact that as well up at the top you can light up the whole inside and that would shine through the windows, just like you would get from other Winter Village companies when you're buying that. I just love the rest of it as well, with the car, very, again, vintage and old. The tree, it's not the best, but it's definitely pretty good, I think, for its time back then. As well as the little ice rink. I love that. That's so cute. You've got a little fireman statue there and the kids skating on it playing hockey. I love just the design, the shape of that, as well as the figures here. Like, all of these sort of classic fire rescue workers is really great. Interior as well. It's not the best. Could definitely use a bit more interior stuff and references to other things like we are getting more now these days, but I think that it's still really good. Next up here we have set number 60133. This is the City Advent Calendar, and I really love this one. I went through and looked at all the Advent calendars that I got. I think this was the third one that I had ever gotten from LEGO, but I went through it all and I'm like, this is the most Christmassy. And one of my favorite things about City ones is when they are having minifigure scale builds. There are only 2 micro scale builds. Compare that to ones that we've gotten recently where almost every single build is micro scale for the whole Advent calendar. Yuck. That to me, compared to this, is really bad. I love this one. There's so many cute things in here. My favorite thing about this is the sort of Charlie Brown dead Christmas tree with the lights on it. That is my absolute favorite thing in here. But there's just all these cute little shops and, Santa's sleigh, the Christmas tree, the fire people, they're singing, they're playing their instruments. You've got a little hockey ice rink net there with the kids. and all of it. I really love this one. I think comparing it to so many other ones, even Star Wars ones, I wanted to go with what felt Christmassy. Yes, there's some fantastic Christmas and Santa versions of Star Wars characters through the years. Really want Emperor Palpatine next year for the 40-year anniversary of Return of the Jedi. But anyways, I think that this one is definitely the best, even when comparing it to some other ones. Which, this is the first self-promotion in the video. We actually are doing an advent calendar this year. We do one every year, and this year's one is The Office. We're over 10 days into our Office advent calendar. If you love The Office, you love some Christmas stuff, definitely worth checking out. I'll link that playlist at the end. But anyways, back to the list. This one might upset some people. This is Minifigure Series 23. This is set number 71034. And I know what you're thinking. Why are you including a minifigure series in here? And it's interesting. I went through every single series. And if you didn't know, back in series number 8, we first got the Santa hat and the bag introduced there. That was the very first time that we saw that Santa figure. We had a really bad one before. So why am I talking about all this? Well, this year, they did the most Christmas figures they have ever done in a series. And I think that's really interesting to me. Out of 12 figures, 5 of them are all Christmassy. You add the turkey for Americans, Thanksgiving's in November, really close to Christmas. You eat turkey at Christmas. So we'll go with half. Half the series is that. I could even spin some more to being like, oh, these are little toys, you know, a little dragon toy or a robot toy. And even like popcorn. People hang popcorn on their tree. Little knight, that could all be like toys that she got on Christmas. There's so many things that I could do, minus like 3 of them I have a bit of a hard time with, but regardless, you are getting some fantastic figures in here. I really love the little girl elf with the little house there, the gingerbread house inside of the snow globe, the nutcracker, the plum fairy with the candy cane. The snowman is fantastic. The reindeer, really, really great. So for them to go all out in one series here, we're now into 24 series. They've never done that. And I want to count it because these are some of the best Christmas figures we have ever gotten. Next up here, we have set number 40410. This is the Charles Dickens tribute set. This came out of absolutely nowhere. This Christmas Carol book promo is so cute. I really love the idea of this. Just having this story being told on top of this book cover. Really love that with Tiny Tim, Bob Cratchit, and Ebenezer Scrooge outside. It's just a Christmas classic being brought to life here in Lego form. I don't know how else to say it. Again, it just was such a surprise. It came out of nowhere, and it's just such a perfect set, a Christmas classic. Next up here, we've got the last employee gift on the list, which might upset some people, which I'll talk about after this, but this is the Nutcracker. So this is the employee gift from 2017. This was in celebration for the company's 85th birthday, and then also the 40-year anniversary for Lego Technic. So this here is actually, I'm using some footage here because there's not official pictures for these from a video. I'll link it down below in the description. But I love just the functionality of it, how it works, how it moves. It looks so great. I would love for them to do a system version of this with Lego bricks that, you know, I don't want to see all these Technic holes and joints, but the concept of it is incredible. That's why it's so high up here, like just the functionality of it. I would love an updated version of this that they should sell. 100% they need to sell this. Moving on now to spot number 3, we have the Home Alone set. This again is just another Christmas movie classic, and I really love the set. I think it is a fantastic build. The figures here that you're getting as well just represent all the important characters from that movie. Again, the details on the inside, the references, this set is just the perfect representation from that film, and just all the traps and everything that Kevin McAllister sets and how they Legoize them. It's a love letter to fans of the film. And speaking of Christmas classic movies, The Santa Claus, my absolute all-time favorite movie. I took the snow globe that is iconic throughout all 3 films, even plays a part of the TV show, and I built it here out of Lego, create a bunch of minifigures. So if you love those movies like me, or maybe you just want a cool detailed snow globe build, you can click the link actually at the top of the screen right now if you want to support that, or I'll link it down below in the description and in the pinned comment if you want to support it after you're done watching the video, which we should probably get back to with spot number 2 here, 40499 Santa's Sleigh. This was a incredible set that released last year. Again, just so random out of nowhere, and it's incredible. They have 4 reindeer included in the set, pulling this gorgeous Santa sleigh, which is the best we have ever gotten. So many presents, so many things included in that set. There's even, with Santa, a nice list on that 2x3 tile, which is so cool. There was also supposed to be a naughty list in a promo that was canceled. The reasoning behind that, people believe, is because of the fact that you can make out some names on the list, so it might discourage some kids. It also had the best Mrs. Claus that we would have ever gotten. But anyways, back to this one here. It's just a phenomenal set. I cannot recommend it enough. They even kept it around to this year. Same with the wreath. Really fantastic set. Really quick, I want to rattle off a few honorable mentions. I think that, especially people who follow employee gifts, there's 2 that people love, and that is the Ninjago one and the Star Wars one. To me, I think these are really cute concepts, but they just don't really scream Christmas to me. Like, when I think of Christmas, I'm not thinking of a candy cane version of an X-Wing, a Santa version of Darth Vader or something like that, if that makes any sense. To me, most of the ones that I've picked here are all festive and Santa-y and all that. But to me, this one here in spot 1 is the best. 10267, the Gingerbread House. This is a phenomenal set, an incredible idea. It is the perfect thing because you build gingerbread houses. You're building Lego sets. It's just the perfect combination here for a set. I love this. All the colors that they've got, the icing on the roofs, and how they've made the trim, the giant candy canes outside, all the stripes of candy canes all throughout this, the beautiful windows, the sparkles of purple and pink, the interior as well. It's just a great set. The figures here too, with the little gingerbread husband and wife, is so great. Genuinely my favorite Lego Christmas set. And this has inspired these incredible builds by this fantastic mock builder, Tim Liddy. Check him out on Instagram. I've linked him down below. Beyond the Brick did this video. You're seeing it on screen here. He constantly, every year, adds these gingerbread expansions using the same sort of styles and inspiration from the house. And just, it's just remarkable, just some of the builds that he's done here. And it started all with a Christmas gingerbread train. And to me, I just see this here, and I think this is the perfect set to get for a Winter Village set. I love the gingerbread house. I know so many people do as well. It's been a while since we've gotten a train. Why not merge the 2 ideas? I think it would be so fun. I love all the trees and the train stations and the little cars. There's just so much here as a gingerbread set. It's amazing, and it's all because of this set. But anyways, everyone, I'd love to hear your thoughts on my list. What are your favorite Christmas sets that Lego has ever done? I'd love to hear them all. Don't forget to go support my Santa Claus snow globe. I'd really appreciate it, as well as a playlist for my office advent calendar and a playlist of all the other top 10 videos that I've done here on the channel. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.